Francesca deve arrivare. Sì, sì. Ah, ma io dirò cose, cioè, voci, nel senso... sì, metto lì. Tutto qua. Sì, faccio tutto io. Ok, mi scusi? Può condividere? Okay, so thank you for being here, and we are ready to do our General Assembly. The European Association of Community Psychology has, let's say, the formal requirement to have a General Assembly at least one time in a year. Usually we have two, but I think that this is very important. This is a very important appointment for us, because we are here in this great conference. And of course, we want to thank the organizer for giving us the opportunity to meet our old and hopefully our new members in this very beautiful occasion. So probably, well, there are people here that maybe do not know the association, or they heard about it, but hopefully have just joined us and are willing to contribute. Ecpa has, I would say, a long tradition. The European Association has a long tradition, and but there are, of course, also intergenerational changes, and it's always important for a community like ours, that is not a huge community, despite the fact that we are many here in this room, to have new members, to have new ideas, to have new contribution. And in the work that we did in the last years as board, we tried to clarify the mission of the organization, of the association, taking into account some of the new challenges that we have to face as community psychology, and also as member of the European community. And so you can see here some of the main points that we want to characterize our action, actual and future action. And we have talked a lot during the conference about social impact, about challenging inequalities, about working in order to promote social justice. And there is also a great point regarding climate justice, which is something that Ecpa is collaborating with EFPA and with the Standing Committee, but I will give the floor afterward to Nicolas Carr, who is the representative of the Standing Committee, that will have the chance to talk a little bit also about this initiative that is very relevant for the future. So the idea for these, let's say, 45 minutes is to briefly present what we have done in the last semester. So what we did since the last General Assembly, and present very briefly some plan that we have for the future. But of course, we want to take the opportunity to be here with you also to get ideas and suggestions for you, because the associations wants really to incorporate your contribution and your ideas, because this is the only way that we have to grow and to make European community psychology stronger. But before, let's say, those activities that in a way are mandatory and are part of the accountability of the association, I would like to start with the Ecpa Awards. This is also an initiative that we need to promote more in the future, but the organization is offering awards for PhD students, for practice, and also for lifetime career. And for now, the awards are only symbolic, but I think that it could be also important to have this kind of recognition, in particular for the young member of the association. So for this, I would like to announce the 2 awards that we have assigned this year. And I would start with the best doctoral thesis that was awarded for 2022 to Marta Gaboardi for the dissertation that she completed under the supervision of Professor Massimo Santinelli at the University of Padova. And we decided to award this dissertation for different reasons, because we think that the work she did was outstanding, because she developed the issue of homelessness in a very original way, with reference both to theoretical perspective and the ecological approach, and also the intervention program. We think that the dissertation clearly showed that the candidate has a clear mastery in the use of different tools that have been used to collect data, and with an innovative approach, using photo voice in a cross-cultural research, offering robust and mature insight on the practical implication of the research and its future direction. And as I said, it's only something that is symbolic, but we want to give this. And also, we notice that there is a very small mistake, but we will have the perfect one. We will bring it to you in Padua. And we have another award, the Lifetime Career Award, that the board of Ecpa decided to assign to Caterina Arcidiacono. And we think that for a lifetime career award, something more sustainable, more strong was needed. Well, there was also this idea that probably for very young scholar, this could have been considered something very old-fashioned, but we think that Caterina really deserves this award. I think that we all can agree on that. And I cannot really probably mention all the work that she did in community psychology, for the global community psychology, for the European community psychology, because I'm quite sure that all you already know the work she did. She had, and I think that it is really, really important also the work that she did for the European Association with some other people that are in this room. She has really been one of the leading person, and she made a strong effort, and also she helped many of the young people that were young when they started their adventure in community psychology, also to be here as part of this board. And it's a great responsibility, of course, to take this heritage and bring it to the future. But I mean, I think that it is very, very important that we have been able to work with Caterina and to recognize the contribution that she did to our discipline, to the association. And I mean, she has been working in this direction from a lot of time, but still now you can see that she's devoting her life to making this discipline increase, to support young scholars. And I think that this is really what is needed for community psychology.
Many thanks. Many thanks, but the strongest thing is to see how many you are here, how big is this Ecpa assembly, how strong is the collaboration with the standing committee of FPA. So we grow. That is, we are not getting old. We are growing in different way, and we are creating intergenerational perspective. We have at this conference a shift of a lot of young people coming from all around the world. Even the board is a young board of young people. So we did it, and I think that we did it together, because we did it all together, and even this conference, we did it together, using our knowledge and introducing in community psychology virtual competencies in taking care of Instagram, of video, of website, of Zoom. And even our technicians that are working with us here, they said, oh, this is a great conference. You had 10 lines of Zoom. The previous conference, there were people working here from many years in organizing conference. They have only one Zoom line, and you have 10. That means that you are successful in taking care of rooms. And we were very frightened that this hybrid was very hard. And we organize ourselves for doing our best. And it seems that we have no complaint for people that are at home. So I think that is a career award, and thanks to everybody. But the best career award is seeing how many we are here, how many things we did, and how this conference is really a worldwide conference, having Africa, South Africa, and people from Indonesia, from Australia. And it was once upon a time a sort of American, European perspective. This time is over. This is now a really worldwide connection, and I am pleased that we did it. We worked together with Bruna Zani, with Nicolas Carr, with Wolfgang Stark, with Serdar De Zimenzoglou, with Patrizia Meringolo, with Donata Francescato, first of all, with Jim. I'm getting. And then I want to say that we are here and we are in a chain of connection, and our chain of connection is even with people that are not here, as we have Maritza Montero and we have the people from other countries that were not in Ecpa, but were bringing us to this ECP conference. So thanks to everybody, and I hope that you will do better, but we did quite a lot together.
Sì, dopo la faccio.
Okay. Esatto, no, sì, come abbiamo fatto prima.
Evviva! Ok, fatto!
So now, in particular for young people, they can apply for the award in 2023. And if you have a proposal for application, you can support. You will find the rules for 2023 on the website. And now the members should have received the minutes of the last General Assembly that have to be approved. So I don't know if there are comments but they have been sent this morning to all the members. So can we consider them approved? I think so. Okay, so as I said, we tried as a board also to support in particular, young scholar, and part of our webinar in our tradition, let's say, has been to host outstanding contribution from Caterina, from Donata, from Jose Ornelas. And of course, this is very relevant because they have to share their research, their perspective, their view on the work they did in their career. But at the same time, we think that Ecpa has to offer, to be a platform also for young scholars to share their result, their ongoing research, because as I said, this is the only way we think that we can have the association grow. And I think it's also very important to support the networking and collaboration between young scholars in Europe. And so we thought that this could be an accessible way. It's not costly. People can participate and attend from home. So even if, of course, it's really important to have also opportunities like this to be together in person, we think that this tool could be really useful in order to promote the activity and the research of young scholars. And we have been able to deliver 3 webinars, and I do not know if you all had the chance to attend them, but they have been recorded and they are stored in and accessible in the website of the association. So I think that you can also take the chance, if you did not have it before, to listen to the recording. And if you want, of course, networking with the young scholar that presented. We have already one webinar planned in October, and here is the name. Megan was here. I don't think she's here at the moment. Oh, I can't see. I couldn't see you. Sorry. And she's also bringing a very interesting perspective in a country that has not such a big network in community psychology. So it would be also very relevant for her to have the chance to network with you. And of course, she took the chance at the conference, but also I think that the webinar could be another opportunities also for us to know her work. And of course, we have also other ideas for 2023 in terms of webinar to be planned, but we are really also open to your ideas. So if you want to contribute, if you want to share some research or propose a different format that is not presenting research but engaging in different discussion, you can contact us, and we will be more than happy to engage in this kind of conversation with you and plan things together. We also have also been involved in the European Conference of the Association of Psychology in Ljubljana. That was 1 month, a few months ago. And again, we as Ecpa proposed a symposium that are clearly also connected with the activity that you have seen at this conference. And also we proposed a reflection on specific topics that in a way are characterizing our collaboration also with the European Federation of the Association of Psychology, because SCPA has a long-standing tradition also in advocating for action, psychological action to respond to contrast violence against women. And we have different documents that have been published in the last few years. And we are also trying to keep a good communication with our members, but not only with members, but also with those who are interested. So the newsletter is published on the website, and you can register and receive it. You're not going to receive a huge amount of newsletter or big documents, but basically some information about what's next, about the opportunities that we are setting up, about the initiative. So we think it's, let's say, a good way in order to keep you informed, but also, of course, there is the opportunity also to use the newsletter in a different way. So sharing materials, idea, and maybe small scale publication that you are, I don't know, that are under preparation, or maybe that you are not the typical document that you can submit maybe to a scientific journal, but you want to share and you would like to collect some feedback. So this could be also a different way of using the newsletter, or we can develop different tools in this sense. But we are not setting up complex things because we think that if we keep it easy, we can build additional stuff based also on the willingness of our members, because it's not wise to, let's say, set up formal things if they are not needed and felt relevant for our community. But still we have many subscribers, so we are also able to reach a certain amount of people. And so this is also a reason why this could be an interesting venue for communicating relevant things. And of course, as Caterina also mentioned before, we are also trying to keep updated social networks. We could be more effective in that, but we are trying at the moment to do our best also with the resources that we have. Now I give the floor to Fortuna, who is going to explain the budget of the association, clarifying which are the expenditure and the income, and the budget has to be formally approved because this will have to be submitted to the tax office.
Okay, I hope it's clear for you this table. We have some expense each year for the Ecpa fees, tax office, and some stationary bank account fees. And in red, I underlined the next payment we have in this year for the tax. And we have the expense for total, you say, in different way. I don't know the total because I don't see, but we have non hai preso il totale? No, queste sono le spese. This is our cost. And I think we have a disponibility to 2,800 something. Without the red part, we have 2,200 about. I don't remember the prices. Sorry, because we send. Okay, a mistake. But we have always we have this space for each years, and you know. But we these are no these come sali sopra. Okay, and but in these years we go in a good way because we have some money, a little bit, but it's not in red situation. And I thanks for this situation because we have different members, new members, but not so much. The payment now is for the 90 members regular, and in new years I think we will check your member payment. Okay, and we have 2,216 euros now. Okay, without this expense. This is our situation for the moment.
Compared to the last budget,
it's very good.
We have improved.
Yeah, yes.
Let's say, because 2,200 euros, it's an improvement compared to the situation that we had 1 year ago, and 2 years ago it was even worse. And of course, the more people we are able to have in the association, the more resources we have, and this would also allow us to think about activities and initiatives that we can offer to our members. I want also to say that, for example, the webinars, we decided to keep them open, not only to members, but to all those who were interested, because we think that this is an opportunity also, as I said, for networking and also for making the association know. But with these resources, we think that we could also plan new initiatives. And again, as I said, ideas and contribution in this sense are welcome. And what's next? There is also a conference and a workshop in community psychology in Slovakia for a certain period. This conference has been an opportunity for us because we connected in particular during pandemic time when the conference was online. At the moment, the conference is planned to be fully in presence. And I just invite you to consider that the deadline for submission is quite near, but still open. And before leaving the floor to Nicholas, I would like to invite you maybe to, I don't know, make a comment. If you have ideas and proposal, we can use this opportunity to start recording this idea and maybe catch up afterwards in order to make them real. So any idea? Serdar? I think you should come. No, it's needed because there is someone at home.
Lifetime membership is a smart way to collect money and get rid of the difficulty of collecting money. For instance, this year, because of the problem of my bank, I paid twice. So I'm already covered for 2 years. Something like 500 euros, that would be good for the association. Association will have a larger budget to rely on. And some of us who are already nearing the end of their careers will not have difficulty following up. Those people who are younger may be reluctant to go for lifetime membership, but in the past, even collecting the dues was extremely difficult. Now it's with the credit cards and the debit cards, etc., easier. But I do think that it would be a good idea to consider lifetime memberships.
Okay.
Personally, I would be interested.
Okay, thank you. And there are also some initiatives that, let's say, we planned probably last year, but then also for us, it was not always easy to keep them on track. And there was also this idea, and Serdar was willing to collect portraits of community psychology for our website. And I think we thought that this is a good idea because it is also an opportunity to, this is something that was also discussed, I think, yesterday, in order to, let's say, keep memory and offer also portraits that provide different insight on the career and the work that has been done by scholars in Europe. And we think that this could be also something that could attract also young people to know something more about the specific stories of community psychology across Europe and across the world. Any other suggestion or idea? Serdar again? One more?
This is a point that I raised yesterday in my talk, which has to do with conferences that are organized either small or large scale in places that are completely not aligned with democracy. I do think that this organization should not support any conference or congress that is organized in places that are officially or unofficially dictatorships. This is something that I find extremely important, and this is something that I think we should discuss collectively.
Yeah, I think that if the General Assembly agree, we could also probably have a statement on our website that clarifies our position, because I mean, it is clearly in line with the idea of promoting social justice. And well, I don't know which is your idea, but I think that this could be.
I'm just trying to be realistic. You have people like Orban, you have people like Erdogan, and European Congress of Psychology went to Istanbul years ago, which I boycotted. And the reason why everybody seemed to be very happy was it generated money. Today, under the neoliberal capitalism, one of the best is revenue. We are going to go with this. The biggest revenue cannot be the reason for organizing conferences, but EPA and Ecpa, they are both committed to organizing big major events so that they elicit revenue. And this doesn't only have to do with where the conference is happening. Within the, for instance, Congress, there might be activities that are completely against our values. For instance, you might have groups that are promoting drone technology. And this is completely. Are we going to be part of this Congress because it is organized by Ecpa?
Okay, I think that this is, your point is clear, and I think that yeah, we can really think about a statement concerning this, and we can share it with the members and have it on the website. It's probably a small contribution, a small measure, but I think that it pushes us in a good direction. So thank you. Any other, I don't know, comment, suggestion? Wolfgang, you want to say something? Oh, okay. So I think that given that our time is not that much, I can leave the floor to Nicolas.
Thank you so much, Cinzia. Firstly, I would like to express my opinion about the two suggestions from Sada, because I agree totally. In the first one about the membership, the lifetime membership is a good idea for some of us. And also the last one about where we have the conference. But in Istanbul, we had a conference in 2011, I think. And thanks to that wonderful conference, for me at least, and for Ecpa and for Ecpa, which I represent today, Federation, we started to, we initiated the first year of the standing committee for community psychology. So without Istanbul, I wouldn't be here. So thank you. I will be very brief, Chincha. I know we have little time. And Ecpa, as you know, is the largest organization for psychologists in Europe. 350,000 members in total. 37 countries are member associations. And you listened to the president on the 21st, the first day of this conference. He spoke warmly about the climate project and also about the organizers here, and telling us that we have 400 volunteers working around the year for Ecpa alone. So it's quite interesting to see that it's not only the professionals who are contributing, but the volunteer work by professionals. So I'm very proud to be a member, and it's basically the main structure of our activities. The climate project is a 2-year project starting today. We have the first 2 members, actually. Serdar is an expert on climate and militarism, so he's going to be in the group. And I'm very happy that he is willing to. And then we have a student representative without a name today, but she is there, elected, nominated at least. And we expect the member associations to nominate in the coming week, let's say 8 or 9 people from these 37 countries. And we're looking really forward to get started. The mandate and the goal is very simple. It's to describe how community psychology approaches to build social justice and community in the struggle against climate change. To describe this part of the climate change from a psychological point of view. And to deliver a green paper on community psychology approaches with a focus on participation research. And also we need to increase the climate change citizen engagement. And we have methods how to map engagement, how to increase it for the global sense of community and climate change. Okay, so that's basically, and we also collect stories on how communities already are coping with climate change and how we can build resilience in the future coping with climate change. So we all agree climate change is the main focus of this conference, and also a strong commitment for the strategic goals of Ecpa. Everything's aligning. For me today, everything's coming together and we're going in the right direction together. Cinzia has been a pivotal, very important person to collaborate with Ecpa. Actually, in Naples 3 years ago, we decided for the main collaboration at the General Assembly, I remember. So I'm very happy to be here again. So with that, please look at the website for the conference. You will find more information. Thank you.
And closing the assembly, I want to give the floor to the president-elect and for final comment and consideration. She's the president-elect, but she's already very active in trying to promote and enlarge our association. So I think that, yeah, this effort should find some success. I'm quite sure that we will be able to do that. So,
thank you, Cinzia. I mean, I just wanted maybe to share. I'm very happy that there are colleagues and friends here that are not yet officially members of Ecpa, or maybe that have joined Ecpa very recently, and that are young, early career researchers, practitioners, activists in different settings, because I think what Cinzia has been doing and all the board with her. And that, I mean, in the future, when I will take Cinzia's role, I really want to continue. It's to think at Ecpa as a platform which is really open, which is open to the ideas of, particularly of new generations of researchers and practitioners working in community psychology across Europe. And maybe not only, because of course we're also open to create coalitions and connections.
And also I should say, because probably I forgot to say that we had a request from non-European members that were interested in joining the association. So we do not have yet an international membership status, but we think that this, of course, could be something that we can easily do, because as Caterina was also saying at the very beginning, yes, the European perspective is relevant, but we are connected intrinsically at the global level. So we were not so ambitious because we are not SCRA, and we know that SCRA is an international section. But if people want to be internationally connected with the European Association, of course, we will find a way for that, because we think that this is really an opportunity for strengthening the different collaborations.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree with that. And so the idea is to have it increasingly open, increasingly like a platform that can be used by different members of our community to propose projects, propose ideas, share their work, connect. So we're trying in our little, not to do this with the webinar series, which opened, we decided to open to early career researchers, especially for this reason. And I mean, with a different projects, and I think it's particularly important. There are a number of issues that are really important and challenging at the moment: climate justice, racism, like race in militarism all over the globe. I mean, a number of important issues I think really requires our energies and efforts. So, I mean, really feel free to, I mean, you are all invited, not feel free, you're all invited to reach out to us and propose ideas and share your work as much as possible. Okay, it's finished.
Okay, so in almost perfect time, we thank you and see you again tomorrow and for this social dinner. And I think that we will have many other opportunities to do this together and to work together. Thank you.